The following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello, and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, today I want to talk about epigenetics versus genetics. I'm considered one of the two fathers of the science of epigenetics, along with Bruce Lipton, kind of like Lipton Tea, an Englishman. He looks at identical twins that have been separated at birth or first year of life and sent to different places and checks them out when they're 25 to 30 and see what different diseases and problems they have. And, of course, I deal with, many species of animals and so forth. There's endless stories of how I came to this. But to make a long story short, at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, where I was working as a research pathologist and veterinarian, I ran into some Arctic foxes, two wild-caught Arctic foxes, a male and a female, had 10 babies, and all 10 babies were born with cleft palates. And the keepers said, look, I'm going to bring them to you. You got to, put them to sleep, give them the IV injection because, we can't have bad genes in the zoo. Well, it's not genetic. Mom and Dad were missing something before conception. What were you feeding them? Well, they're meat eaters, so we gave them horse meat. Okay, well, did you give them any vitamins and minerals? No, we gave them horse meat because they're meat eaters. Well, that's why they had 10 babies with cleft palates. Said, what I want you to do is start immediately feeding the mother and father dog food. Okay, then I want you to feed the babies these milk replacers. You feed orphan puppies. And at 6 months' time, all these baby foxes are going to go into puberty, right? And then I want you to pair them up. One male baby with the mother and one female baby with the father, and then the surviving brothers and sisters match them up, one brother to one sister, inbreed them, okay? And it's going to take 62 days of pregnancy, and then call me when all that happens. So it was about almost a year later, okay, I get this call and say, okay, these foxes have had, now, when I saw them, they had 10 babies with cleft palates. Now we have 100 baby foxes from all these breedings here, all this inbreeding, and not one of them has a cleft palate. I said, perfect. So I got that published in scientific papers. I got it published in the book Rare Earthsman Cures and so forth. And it's a great, great story. Okay. Also, what about sickle cell anemia? What about that one, Wallach? Well, sickle cell anemia is not a genetic thing, but it is a birth defect. Okay. It's caused by mama missing a nutrient when the cells in the bone marrow and the embryo are being formed that actually manufacture the hemoglobin, okay? And it was first recognized in Africa, okay, where that nutrient is not very common, and so it's a very high rate of sickle cell anemia. And there's, okay, it's a genetic thing in these African black people. Okay, no, that's not true because white people, yellow people, and brown people get it also, okay? Red people get it, okay? And but they can't call it sickle cell anemia because none of these people have a black gene, so they call it thalassemia. Same thing, same event where the mothers are missing stuff when the bone marrow cells are missing something when they're forming bone marrow cells that make hemoglobin in the embryo. Okay, it's different. That's about 2% of the babies born in America are born with type 1 diabetes. Okay, type 1 diabetes is the same thing. Mama's missing stuff. When the beta cells are forming, they're put in the islets of Langerhans, the pancreas, and they're born with type 1 diabetes. They don't make enough insulin. When a 65-year-old is diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, that means that he was okay until he's 65 years old, and he was eating gluten and couldn't absorb the nutrients necessary to make his cells sensitive to insulin and to make enough insulin, right? And so They gave him oral medication. It didn't work, so they said, oh, you got type 1 diabetes. They gave him injectable insulin. It worked. Okay, well, that's because he had a gluten problem, couldn't absorb the oral medication, and so going around the intestines with an injectable, the insulin worked. Okay? And then let's look at Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is not genetic. It's a simple nutritional deficiency of cholesterol. Yeah, it's a cholesterol deficiency. And then cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, and sudden infant death syndrome are things that I've gotten rid of. I'm credited with that. Cystic fibrosis, I found the first non-human cases of cystic fibrosis at the Yerkes Primate Center. I was working for NASA, the Yerkes Primate Center, and the medical school there in Atlanta at the, let's see here, the Grady Memorial Hospital as a pathologist. And I found the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis. I sent the slides around to experts. I didn't tell them it was from a monkey. I just said, I think this is cystic fibrosis. What do you think? And they said, well, yeah, there's classic examples on their stationery. And then I checked the diet. And the diet was messed around with by a psychiatrist who was working in that colony. The behavior, the monkeys are going to space. And she diddled around with the diet. And so I confirmed what she was giving them. And it created the liver and the pancreatic part of the cystic fibrosis, and they were also missing the deficiency that gives them the pneumonia, the lung issue. Got it written up, and of course they fired me when I said it's not a genetic disease. They said, well, you must be out of your mind. That's a classic example of genetically transmitted disease. And that was 1977. Then 1988, I gave 50 charts to Jerry Lewis of kids in the Amish communities that Marvin and I, a Navy SEAL who's an Amish guy, had cured their muscular dystrophy. And he got so excited, he took it to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They fired him before he walked out of the door because he said, you can't do that. That's a genetic disease. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. On the priority line, 831-685-1080.
If weight loss is your goal, try Youngevity Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low carbohydrate or low glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat. Used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management for optimal health. With this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day. So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the Mineral Capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 90 for Life Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And if you're going to get my books and CDs and DVDs, you can go to drjwallach.com, drjwallach.com. That's all in lowercase, drjwallach.com. And you'll be amazed at how many books and DVDs and CDs are on that. Okay. And back to the epigenetics thing. And so on the 2011, we gave all this stuff on muscular dystrophy to Jerry Lewis. The Muscular Dystrophy Association fired Jerry Lewis because he brought them these 50 charts where we had cured these Amish kids from their muscular dystrophy. And by 2015, they had to stop the telethon because they couldn't raise a penny without Jerry Lewis. Okay. And in muscular dystrophy in pigs, they would, when they'd have the heart attack piece of it, muscular dystrophy in their heart muscle, they called it mulberry heart disease. In calves, they called it white muscle disease. Instead of being red, the muscles were white. And you can go to any feed store without prescription and buy the nutrient that's missing and inject it in the calves that can't get up and inject it into the pigs that can't get up. And within hours, it's all cured, okay? And so then April 16, 2000, let's see here, April 16, 2014, is that right? No, 2013, we were given a ruling by the federal court to force these baby food manufacturers, Similac, Enfamil, to put that nutrient in the baby formulas, which doctors have been warning the feed companies not to put it in the baby formulas for almost 50 years because they said it was poison. Well, it wasn't poison. It was an essential nutrient. They forced them to put it in there. A year and a half later, let's see here, September 13, 2014, headlines in the Charlotte Observer, which is the big newspaper, Charlotte, North Carolina, kind of New York Times for New York. Let's see here. We don't know why, but sudden death syndrome has disappeared. Okay, sudden death syndrome has disappeared in the state of North Carolina. Then 3 months later, same thing. They said in Missouri newspapers, same thing. 3 months later, every newspaper in the world said, we don't know why, but sudden death syndrome has disappeared in the world. The diagnosis has dropped by 85 to 95%. Well, that's why Dr. Milan and I, we went to Qishan, China, because 3,000 kids die every month in Qishan, China, from this heart disease, okay, which is the heart disease of all these baby diseases, including the one that mama was supposed to be laying on the baby. And so what we found out was that 35% of these babies with Qishan disease had cystic fibrosis, 100% had muscular dystrophy, and 200 out of the 1,700 autopsies we did, 1,700 autopsies we did, 200 of them would have been diagnosed as sudden death syndrome back in America. So all these, you don't hear about cystic fibrosis anymore. You don't hear about muscular dystrophy anymore. You don't hear about sudden death syndrome anymore because by putting these nutrients into the baby formulas, it all goes away. Okay, even if they were born with muscular dystrophy, it'll go away. Even if they're born with cystic fibrosis, it'll go away. And of course, only 2% of the babies that were diagnosed with sudden death syndrome were in bed with their mothers when they died. So the other 98%, there's no chance that the mother laid on them. None of them suffocated. They all died of the Qishan disease, the hypertrophic cardiomyopathy heart disease, under 1 year of age. And so this is all published in 1990 in 3 languages. And so we're very, very proud of that. And that's why I'm considered one of the 2 fathers of the science of epigenetics. We have a book out, Epigenetics, of course. We have Black Gene Lies. The book and the CD goes into all the diseases said to be genetic in the black community that aren't, like high blood pressure, diabetes, sickle cell anemia, obesity, heart disease of all kinds and so forth, all nutritional deficiency diseases. Rare Earths and Cures goes into this, Hell's Kitchen, obesity and diabetes. Immortality booklet goes into why some cultures live longer, because they're getting the nutrients and others aren't. And we do have a new DVD out. It's Is Your Doctor Killing You? It's a DVD, Is Your Doctor Killing You? ? And, of course, that's the logical follow-up to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Okay. And I apologize Here, Doug. We'll get back to your pearls of wisdom another time. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. On the priority line, 831-685-1080. Send an email to askdoc@deaddoctorsradio.com. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. For life's everyday aches and pains, such as sprained ankles, pulled muscles, and other bumps and bruises, try Ancient Legacy Trauma Oil, which contains essential oils traditionally known to help with pain, swelling, and inflammation. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Longevity has been helping people promote optimal health, among others, for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness, and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Longevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
If your doctor is telling you that you can get all the nutrients you need to stay healthy, well, that's just wrong. Dr. Joel Wallach has identified 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs to thrive. Crops only need 3 nutrients to thrive, so where does your doctor think the other 87 nutrients come from? They don't. So if you're not supplementing, you're starving your body. Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine will get you a long way down the road to getting those 90 essential nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is a balanced and complete daily supplement. So if you want to give your body the nutrients it needs, order Beyond Tangy Tangerine today. Contact your local Longevity associate to order this product, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call, toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And Charmaine, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Living in Michigan with Detroit on one side of you and Chicago on the other side, we deal a lot together with the black community. And they're said to have a lot of genetic problems and genetic diseases. Have you seen black people with high blood pressure cured from high blood pressure with a supplement program?
Of course.
Okay. Have you seen black people with type 2 diabetes cured from just with a supplement program?
Not just black people, everybody, if they follow the program, yeah.
Yeah. And so, the point that I'm getting at is here, wherever the medical doctor said, oh, this is a genetic problem, no, it's a nutritional problem. And sometimes it's complicated because they're not absorbing the nutrients even if they're taking it, okay? And you've seen that situation. And what's usually the problem? If they're taking the nutrients, you do a hair analysis, you show that they're still low on these nutrients, even if they're supplementing. What's happening?
They got a gluten problem, and they're not absorbing the stuff they're taking.
Yeah, you have to absorb it. Just putting it in your mouth isn't good enough. You have to be able to absorb it. And how long have you seen people recover from gluten problems, or they're just really in trouble and they can't absorb much other than calories? How long does it take, to see type 2 diabetes get better and high blood pressure get better? What's their time frame?
It's usually within 90 days, usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're really being serious about giving up gluten and their environment is gluten-free and all the people who live in the house with them, including the dog and the cat and the bird and the fish, are gluten-free, and they're taking the 90, including that secret sauce for whatever particular problem it is. And I urge everybody, at the very least, to get a hold of the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. It will shock you, okay? Epigenetics, let's see here. The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Oh, my gosh. Of course, it has a picture of me with my little baby monkeys with cystic fibrosis on the cover, so you know where we're coming from. And let's see here. We deal a lot with professional athletes. Of course, Theo Ratliff, from the NBA, great basketball player, right? Remember Theo?
Yes, I do.
And, of course, we made the rebounder sports drink for him because most sports drink, like Red Bull and that sort of stuff, Gatorade, they have 2 or 3 nutrients in it and a lot, salt, which is good. Salt is good, but it's not 90. And so we put 78 nutrients in our sports drink rebound for athletes, and we got Theo Ratliff's picture on there because we actually made it for him. We added some extra nutrients to it so that the young athletes that drank our rebound wouldn't die that sudden heart death. 25,000 young athletes every year in America under the age of 20 drop dead from this hypertrophic cardiomyopathy heart attack, this sudden death syndrome thing, okay, as well as Keyshawn disease in America. 20 or 25,000 under the age of 20 drop dead. And they can be skaters, they can be hockey players, basketball players, whatever. You got to pay attention to the details, otherwise it's a terrible thing's going to happen. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us on the priority line, 831-685-1080, toll free, 888-379-2552. Listen to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Youngevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
I know that on those tablets Mr. Moses brought down is the commandment to not covet, but I'll confess, My neighbor and his lawnmower is making it tough. He's got this stand-behind, ride-along space shuttle that covers probably 3 times more space than my trusty old lawn boy. So, when we have who mows the fastest races, which are completely fabricated in my head, he has some impressive advantages that I just don't have. And at our Faith and Family Mortgage team, we're blessed to have a pretty special advantage of our own, and one that could be a big deal for you. Our team is lucky to be an arm of a bigger company that is a direct lender, which means our company gets to use its own money and make its own decisions within its own walls, an advantage that often allows us to get you a better rate, saving you monthly and lifelong money on a refinance or new home purchase. We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Youngevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call, toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And again, I urge you to go to drjwallach.com, all lowercase, drjwallach, WALLACH.com, and get the books and the CDs. And, of course, don't forget the metabolic syndrome, which is obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, elevated triglycerides. You want to get a hold of the book and the CD, Hell's Kitchen. It will show you that both obesity and diabetes are both just simple nutritional deficiencies. You take the nutrients and stay away from the bad foods, maximize absorption, take your 90, and it all goes away. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Ohio. And Joseph, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Joseph, you're on the air. How can we help you?
I was calling in with an agriculture question. I bought a small plot of land to take my family in an emergency, but none of us have any experience in farming. I was hoping you could recommend a bird species that would be good for egg harvesting for beginners, and any other food source you think is good for beginners.
Okay. Yeah, well, basically what you want to do is start out with a garden. You don't want to be planting 100 acres of stuff when you don't have any experience. So you start out with, the backyard garden, which might be a quarter of an acre or something like that. And you want to plant hardy things, like carrots and bell peppers and peppers and beans and things of that nature. And then, of course, we have a fertilizer. Comes in 50-pound bags. Charmaine, what's the name of our fertilizer?
Bloomin' Minerals.
Yeah, Bloomin' Minerals, and it comes, either in gallon liquids or the 50-pound bags. You can buy it in the pallet loads or individual bags or bottles. And you use that fertilizer, so you're going to get some nice growth there and harvestable crop. Also, if you have any wood ashes from your fireplace or a stove, you want to put them in your garden because they are a great source of mineral for the plants. And you can, grow a couple of rows of corn. Corn is very hardy. And so I would start out with those kinds of things, and just got to make sure that they're watered regularly so they don't dry out and they get their food. You put the food in the rows in between the crops. Don't spray the minerals and things on the crops. You put them in the ground in between the rows, and they'll, as you water it, they'll disperse and the plants will pick them up and so forth. And that's kind of the direction I would go. And when it comes to the species of bird to use, I would start out with something simple like chickens. There's also guinea fowl and turkeys and stuff like that, and ostriches and ducks and stuff, but they require a little bit more work. Chickens, you do have to watch it because coyotes and foxes and raccoons and things like to eat them. So at night especially, they have to be locked up, and that's when they're going to lay their eggs anyways, to be able to harvest the eggs in the morning. And you may want to make a coop that has chicken wire all around it so that the critters can't jump in over the top and carry off your egg-laying chickens. Okay, Doug, we got time to start another one here?
No, we're just about at break time.
Okay, well, I'm going to remind everybody, you want to get a hold of that quartet of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport Aromatherapy, and it's all in your head, and learn how to deal with over 600 different diseases. You do not need to go to a doctor to get a diagnosis of 600 different diseases, okay? Easy ones are diabetes. You go to the pharmacy with a prescription, get the test strips for your urine, your test strips for your blood, and in 3 minutes for $1.50 for the cost of the test strip, you'll know if you have diabetes or not. It's that simple. You don't have to pay $100 for an office fee. You don't have to pay $200 for a lab fee. It's $1.50 or your test strip. Whoa. drjwallach.com, and we'll be back after these messages.
And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach today, call us on the toll-free number, 888-379-2552. Priority line, 831-685-1080. Lines open.
Hi, registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs here. I've been studying healthy bodies for 35 years, and what I've got to tell you may shock and surprise you, but if you listen up, it may change your life. Connective tissue is the most abundant of all biological tissues. It's really the most abundant stuff in life, at least in the animal world. Connective tissue is made up of 3 components: a wet, gooey, slimy substance similar to snot, elastic and firming fibers that give the snot structure as well as resilience and strength, and cells that produce and extrude the connective tissue, snot, and fibers. The aging process and degenerative diseases are all functions of breakdowns in connective tissue processing and manufacturing. Connective tissue diseases have specific names like polio, scleroderma, arthritis, lupus, vasculitis, but even though we may get diagnosed with a specific type of connective tissue disease, all of them are the result of the same general breakdown in connective tissue processing. By the time a connective tissue disease shows up, for the most part, the degenerative disease process has been going on under the radar for a long time. This is a distinguishing feature of connective tissue diseases. They start off slowly and develop gradually. They're chronic, they're degenerative, and they don't get better. Oh yeah, one more feature about connective tissue diseases. Medicine cannot fix it. But it doesn't really matter because we can take care of our own connective tissue health challenges. Essential fatty acids and minerals like zinc and sulfur are also important, and homemade chicken soup with bones can be a great source of connective tissue supporting nutrients like protein, hyaluronic acid, and glucosamine. And don't forget vitamin C, which plays an important role in keeping connective tissue healthy. Pharmacist Ben here, urging you to go to kscohealth.com to order Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Healthy Start Pack, and other nutritional supplements that I personally use and recommend. You can purchase these premium quality products at wholesale prices online at kscohealth.com. That's kscohealth.com. I'm a pharmacist that believes that staying healthy and strong is not only about medicine, it's about giving your body the raw materials it needs to do its work. Go to kscohealth.com. Make sure you check out the cool videos too at kscohealth.com. That's KS.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll free, 1-888-379-2552. And Doug, let's go right to callers.
All right, let's head to Utah. And Craig, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Craig, you're on the air. How can we help you, sir?
Hey, Dr. Wallach. So I've had the HBV virus since 2016, and I have the warts too. But I've been using. I just recently started using colonial silver, and I've been mixing.
Okay, now stop. Stop. You said you had the virus since 2016. Well, they didn't know about COVID virus until 2019. So what virus are you talking about?
HVP virus. the warts and the virus that goes along with it.
Okay. Oh, HPV. Okay, HPV. Okay.
Yeah.
Human papilloma virus.
I've been using the colonial virus, the colonial silver, and mixing it in with like lotion and rubbing it on my body. I've been taking the 31 fruits and 31 vegetables, mixing it in with shakes, and I've been exercising. Is that an effective way to go about getting rid of the virus?
Okay. Well, here's what I would do. I would be very, very vigorous here. How much do you weigh, Craig?
About 230.
And how tall are you?
5'7".
Okay. And how old are you, sir?
44 years old.
Okay. At 5'7", I'd like to see you weigh 160, so you might need to lose 50, 75 pounds, somewhere in there. Let's see here. You're kind of working at it correctly, but you're not hitting all the high spots here. What should Craig be taking as a supplement program, Shar?
Well, I would get him on he needs actually two healthy brain and heart packs, and then I would add to it the Killer Biotic and ultimate vitamin D3 for absorption, and I would also add the Ultimate Daily Classic just for the heck of it. And he should probably take some MSM and glucogel too.
Yes, that's very good for skin health. And then, and Craig, you're kind of going in the right direction with the colloidal silver. And I would use it neat. I would just use it 100% with things like a Q-tip. And if you have warts, I would go ahead and douse those warts 3 or 4 times a day with 100% colloidal silver. The colloidal silver will kill that HPV virus. Okay. And what would you do for him for losing 60, 70 pounds here, Shar?
Well, I gave him on that keto. He should use the keto bars for 1 or 2 meals a day, and that'll definitely make him lose weight.
Yep, and stay away from the gluten. You can stay away from all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. Everybody in your family, so there's no cross-contamination in the food preparation surfaces and the laundry and beds and couches and rugs and things like that. And if you do all these things, the human papilloma virus is easily managed and contained and killed and so forth, and it should go away. But it sounds like you're doing a piece of it, but you're not doing the whole program. So let's follow Shar's little recipe here and give us a call every couple of weeks, and let's see how your skin goes and how the wart population goes and so forth. There's a lot of people in your situation who want to know your weight. And again, I start out with 2 meals a day with the keto diet. It could be either the shake or the bar, and it doesn't have to be the same meals every day, depending on your schedule. If you don't have enough time to fix the shake, just use a bar for that particular meal. Okay, so you move them around any 2 meals. And you'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. So within 2 months, you should lose the amount of weight you need to lose healthily. And, of course, your third meal, you should keep the calories down to like 500 or less calories. And we're talking about vegetables. And you got to stay away from all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils of any kind. If you want salad dressings, you can use lemon wedges or lime wedges. And you can throw in, if you want creamy dressing, use a gluten-free yogurt. There's a creamy dressing on your salad, sugar-free creamy yogurt, that's gluten-free. And then call us every couple of weeks and, give us a status report, and we'll walk you through this. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Florida. And Natanya, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Natanya, you're on the
Hello, Dr.
air.
Wallach.
Hi.
Hi. I have a situation that's been going on now for a couple of years, maybe just over. About 2.5 years ago, I got a lump in the backside of one of my right thigh, and it was actually in the scar tissue from a brown recluse bite. And then later on, a few months later, I started to get some very serious skin outbreaks, and I went to a dermatologist. Each of the last 2 years, they both said it was dermatitis, but it covered a majority of my body and was fairly severe. Then,
okay, stop there for a minute. Okay, stop. When you were a little kid, did you have appendicitis?
Yes. Well, my appendix got taken out when I was 19.
Okay, so you had appendicitis. Okay, that goes along with the dermatitis, all the itises. And did you ever have any asthma or bronchitis?
No.
Okay, no dry cough, no COPD?
No.
Okay, any diagnosis of bowel problems, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, anything like that?
Yes, I ended up in the hospital several times in my late 20s, early 30s, and my whole intestinal tract had basically shut down, and that's when I stopped eating meat, because when I eat meat, everything stops. And so
okay, well, back up. And so what did they give you a diagnosis of? What did they do for it?
They didn't. They had no idea. They put me on horrible antibiotics, and they had no idea.
Okay, well, they should have their licenses taken away.
Yes. Not one doctor in all of the doctors that I saw ever said, how often do you go to the bathroom? How many bowel movements a day? And at that point, I had 30 years of one bowel movement every 2 to 3 days. So.
Okay, now stop. How much do you weigh and how old are you, Natanya?
I'm 61, and I weigh 145.
Okay, and how tall are you?
5'8".
Okay, so that's about right. Any high blood pressure or diabetes?
No.
Okay, any low back stuff, sciatica, anything like that?
Yes, low back has been a bother in my entire family all my life. So, yeah.
Okay, well, it's not genetic. Okay, Charmaine, what's going on here with Natanya? What is her basic underlying problem?
She has extremely gluten intolerance.
Yeah, she's a classic example of gluten intolerance. Okay, when you have appendicitis, that is celiac disease in your appendix, okay? Skin dermatitis, eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, all those kind of things, and bowel problems are a giveaway, and all those doctors missed it. Guess what? They should all have their licenses taken away, and they should be put in jail as serial killers, okay? Because many people didn't survive, okay? You survived because you were paying attention. Many of the patients didn't survive because the doctors weren't paying attention, okay? And Charmaine, do you have a medical degree?
No, absolutely not. I don't want one.
Okay. You have a high school education, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, now, what would you do here for Natanya? What has she got to take? She's 145 pounds.
Well, she needs to get on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no oils of any kind, and no burnt animal fat. And then I would get her on a healthy bone and joint pack and add some MSM to it, some vitamin D3 for absorption. And following the diet, she should do pretty good.
Absolutely. Give us a call every 2 weeks, Natanya. You're going to be a great, great testimony. You will save thousands of people from unnecessary misery and death. So please call us every couple of weeks and give us your update. Especially if you go to a doctor and they give you, an update in your status. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. All are carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. For an extra boost, try JavaFit's Energy Extreme 62, a proprietary blend of nutrients including Cambogia, green tea extract, an extra shot of caffeine, and niacin, designed to support metabolism and enhance physical performance. Available in single cup or single pot packs. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Jovolution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
If weight loss is your goal, try Youngevity Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low carbohydrate or low glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat. Used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management. For optimal health, with this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day.
So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Pennsylvania. And Stephen, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Stephen, you're on the air. How can we help you, sir?
I'm calling in behalf of a good friend. He's 81 years old, 188 pounds, 6'2". He's lost 32 pounds in the last 2 months, and he has prostate cancer, which metastasized to his bones.
Okay. All right. Any other issues, diabetes, high blood pressure that you know of, anything like that?
I don't know. I tried to get him to call, but I couldn't reach him, so I'm calling in his behalf.
Okay. Well, this is a start. Okay, so Charmaine, Steve's friend, 81 years old, is 188 pounds. He's got metastasized prostate cancer. What would you do for him diet-wise and supplement-wise?
Okay, I would, well, first of all, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. Obviously, no gluten, no burnt animal fat, no oil, no fried food.
Fried foods. Mm-hmm.
And then I would, okay.
Give him the big hammer.
I would get him on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and then I would also add the Fucoid Z to it, and I would have him take the Oxybody Cherry Berry on an empty stomach in the morning, and vitamin D3 for absorption, of course, and I wouldn't hurt him to take some MSM and some, glucogel also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'd throw in another 1 or 2 of the antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. What would be your choices?
Probably besides the Fucoid Z.
What about BTT 2.0 tablets?
Okay, yeah, that would work. That would help.
Yeah, 3 of those. Yeah, 3 of those twice. 3 of those 2 bottles a month. They do not replace the BTT 2.0 powder that's in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. The powder is vitamins, minerals. The tablets are antioxidants. Okay. And then one more would be something like a Cell Shield RTQ or Pollen Burst, 2 doses of either one of those a day. And again, it's equally important to get rid of all the bad foods as Shar outlined. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, rye, and oats, and no sugar. All of those things either can cause cancer or contribute to the growth and metastasis of cancer. And prostate cancer is, if there's anything good about it, it's usually not a killer. It only kind of metastasizes locally, okay, it tends not to metastasize to the lungs and the brain and that kind of stuff. And so it's one of those things where his metastasized to the lymph nodes in his pelvis, or where would the metastasis go?
It's in the local area, the bones.
Okay, yeah. Oh, in the local bones. Okay, in his pelvis. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty typical of prostate cancer. It kind of stays kind of locally. It doesn't go to the liver and to the lungs and the brain and stuff. So if managed properly, he'll die of old age at 105 before he dies of prostate cancer. Okay, if you manage it properly and really are obsessive about avoiding bad stuff, you can, it can be very, very good. And again, I'd have him get a hold of the book, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, and also the new 2 CD set, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures. It's probably the best lecture I've ever given. Okay, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, a 2 CD set, because it was a 2-hour lecture, so it's 1 hour on each CD. And then we have a DVD, Is Your Doctor Killing You? ? And there's a lot of good things in there statistically about what to eat and what not to eat as far as foods. Fried foods have 2 problems. Number one, it turns the fats in the meat to the oxidized stuff, okay, that cause cancer. But also, they usually roll meat or fish or chicken that they're going to fry in wheat flour, okay? And so it's got the crusty flour on the skin on the outside, which is gluten. And, of course, Shar said, get off of that. And then, of course, you also have the problem of the cooking. It's cooked meats. Meat in itself is not bad. It's the frying and the cooking and the burning of the fats. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Great stuff today. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Superlative job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug. Super job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless our national anthem. And God bless America.